Hi, I'm Mike, and welcome back to Our Wyoming Life. This is a special Saturday video where we get to take a look at our blizzard recovery. Really quick recap. This week we were under a blizzard warning. We actually ended up receiving between Tuesday and Wednesday, now this is according to the National Weather Service, about 15 inches of snow on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then on Thursday, the whole storm kind of circled back around on us and we got another 7 inches of snow for a total of 22 inches of snow that fell in Gillette, Wyoming. So the problem is that we have a whole lot of drifting going on. And if you've never experienced drifting snow, it can be a very unique experience because there can be no snow here and a ton of snow over there. So today is all about getting cleaned up and ready to go. But first, before we get that far, Christmas is just around the corner, and I would feel bad if I didn't let you guys know about a couple things for Christmas gifts this year. Number one is my hat. Go to owl-hats.com and you can get this very same hat. Just search for the Wyoming if it doesn't pop up right away for you. And now you can get 10% off the hat itself by using the code OWLHATS. So do that. Make sure that that you get your hat ordered. If you've got a Our Wyoming Life fan that would really like a hat just like mine, you can get it done right there at owl-hats.com. And of course, this hat, it sports the unique Owl brand right there. Also, on our website, OurWyomingLife.com, all beef jerky right now is 15% off. If you get it ordered by the 18th, we can have it to you in time for Christmas. So if you're looking for that hard to buy person that you know eats and likes beef jerky, now is the time to jump on our website, OurWyomingLife.com, and get your jerky at 15% off. Get it ordered in time for Christmas. All right, let's get rolling here, guys. We've got a lot of work to do. There's a lot of snow that needs cleared out, so we're going to do that pretty much all day long, trying to get everything open and cleared up. We also have some water issues that we have to take care of today as well. So let's get out and get going. Now, it's still cold out. Wind chill is still minus 10 degrees, so I am actually going to do a quick change here. It's still pretty bright too, so the sunglasses, gloves, beanie cap, all of it goes on in preparation for a little bit of cold. The wind is still blowing too, and that's what causes all of that drifting is the wind. We had winds up to about 50, 60 miles per hour, which really did do a number. The drifting that I'm talking about, we're going to take a look here just outside the barn. You can hear the donkeys down there. I don't know if you can hear them, but the drifting that we're talking about is just like what's happening here. A massive amount of snow building up wherever it can. Now, 22 inches of snow doesn't look like a whole lot, but when you start factoring the drifting, and I think half of our snow blew to Nebraska. You're welcome, Omaha. Here is another good example of drifting as it happens around the ranch. This snow pile behind me, well, it's taller than I am. These fences here are what, 6 foot tall, and we're well above that. 7, 8 foot drift right here in the corral, which isn't good because if I have to get a cow in, get a cow loaded, do anything, the dang thing's full of snow, which doesn't help us at all. We've also got some routes around the ranch that tended to get a little bit of drifting through that we have to make sure we have cleared out. But first, we're gonna go and get the cows fed this morning, which means we gotta get the tractor out. Now, this isn't a horrible snow drift. And one of the nice things about this, this December snow, it's a really dry snow. There's not a whole lot of moisture to it. So getting through it, pretty simple. Now, I say that, and watch me get stuck. So here's our goal as we go out and feed the cows. We're gonna get them fed, and then we can drop off the hustler, the bale processor, and that gives us a tractor to be able to clear snow with. We could clear it with the bale processor on here, the feeder, but it's easier to do it without. So we're gonna get that done. The other thing that I find really interesting is that obviously the ranch has been around for 100 years. So 100 years ago, somebody figured out where to put entries and roadways and everything else, and basically made it so they weren't affected by the drifting. Very rarely does our driveway ever drift in, which is good because we don't want it to drift in, and I don't want to be plowing it all day long. So for the school bus to get in today, no problem. They'll be able to pull in. We will make a quick trip around just to make sure that we get most of the snow out of the way, but for the most part, we don't have any trouble with being able to get into the ranch or get out of the ranch. The biggest trouble actually comes from once you get on the highway, and that's the highway being drifted in. So there are exceptions to that rule, however, which we'll take a look at here in just a few minutes. The kids actually haven't had school for the last couple days, which they've thought is just a treat, except for Grace, our middle child, who has been sick. So she's actually not going to school today anyway because she's sick. Just saw a snowplow go by, so they're still out working. And they're basically managing drifts on the highway as well. Actually, WYDOT, Wyoming Department of Transportation, was out busting their butt throughout this entire storm. We saw them going by, and you'd see them go by and there's really nothing on the road because of all the blowing, but then you realize that they're actually traveling back and forth on Highway 50 here, which is, 50 some miles long here in front of the house. They traveled back and forth, and their whole job was just to make sure that drifting did not happen across the highway. So a big thumbs up to those guys. Definitely out there earning their pay over the last few days and making sure that the roads stay open. So we talk about snow blowing away with the drifting. I can compare this night and day here, because during the storm we had a massive drift that was happening right here that went all the way over the fence, and you can see what it looks like now. So when I say that 22 inches of snow is probably in Nebraska, that's probably where it's at, except for the stuff that drifted up everywhere. Hey cows, morning. You guys want some breakfast? They want some breakfast. The big rule on the ranch is they eat before we eat. So we come out and get them some food, and then we'll be able to go and eat ourselves. We had a really cool post on Facebook here yesterday that was me out here feeding, taken by our webcam, which is located right back there. So if you've never been to our website, you can go there, click on webcams, and take a look at a few different cameras around the ranch. Those keeping track of the pasture here. We've got ones that keep track of the goats and donkeys, and then another one for the steers. So a few cameras floating around. In fact, there's probably somebody watching right now, so I better pay attention to what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. We're gonna kick off some of this food, let these guys get a bite. All the cows are fed. We do have one bad cow up here, and I'm interested to see who it is, who, rather than come down and eat, decided to hang out up here, take a little trip around the yard. Since we're going to be dropping off the Hustler feeder here, might as well jump out and get her or him back where her or him is supposed to go. Hey, who are you? Hey, come here. Come here, Stinky. Nope, go the other way. I don't know who that was. Definitely a troublemaker, though. All right, let's drop off the Hustler feeder, and then we're gonna go make some paths around here so we can get around a little easier. So one of the things I really like about the Hustler is that it's super easy to disconnect. There's no PTO or anything. It's all hydraulic. So taking it on and off, super simple. That's all there is to it. Taking it on and off, really just a matter of seconds, and we're going to be taking a look at some more Hustler equipment coming up on Monday's video, where we have our next Hustler showdown, and we're going to be putting a few Hustler buckets up against our original John Deere bucket that we have here on this tractor and seeing how they fare. For right now, this bucket's going to get a little bit of work. We're going to use it to clear some snow. First of all, I want to make sure the school bus is going to be able to get in here this morning without too many problems, and it actually looks pretty clear that the wind moved the snow away from all the approaches and everything. Actually looks pretty nice, but we'll run through just to make sure and knock down anything that might slow down the school bus or have any trouble getting it in or out of here. Another good reason to get this plowing done besides the school bus is that the farm store will actually be open today for the first time all week. So hopefully we'll get some customers out and do a little business there, and we don't want them to get stuck. All right, we've got to clear a route. Oh crap, I hit my extension cord. Oh well. I think I broke it. That's okay. I had an extension cord going to my pickup. I think I hit it with the bucket, but we'll go back and take a look at that here in just a minute. It's about time for me to head back in, get some breakfast, get the kids ready for school. Only Lincoln and Mackenzie going to school today. Grace will stay home, but we've got one more thing that I want to bust out here, and that is this area, which is heading back towards the goats and the chicken house. It's a little bit drifted in. I don't think it'll take too much. that'll make life a little bit easier, especially here in a little bit. Once we get done hogging out some more snow from here and there, we can actually bring the donkeys out. We're going to let the goats out. They've all been cooped up for the last few days, so we will let everybody out here in just a few minutes. As for me right now, I am going to duck inside, grab a bite to eat, and see the kids off to school. But I guess first I got to check my extension cord, see how much damage I did to that. Totally forgot that thing was laying across there and hit it with the bucket of the tractor, so hopefully didn't tear it up. Everything looks great. Just follow it down the line here just to make sure. Cool. Looks good. All right, I'll meet you back out here in a few minutes and we'll continue with moving snow. And stay up. See you later. And just like that, the kids are off to school. We have quite a few things to do, and I'm going to try to drag you along with it for as much of it that I can. We are going to get the donkeys and the emus out today. They've been cooped up for a few days, so that's going to be our first stop. Then we have to get the donkeys or the goats out as well, but we're just going to open up their door. They can go in or out if they please. And then the rest of my day, I think, is going to be spent across the road at our feedlot, finishing school. That's where the A team and the B team are located. We've got a little bit of a problem over there, and that's mostly due to drifting. So we're going to have to clean out some snow so we can start working on a hydrant over there that I think I showed you last time. It's like pure ice right here. Look at this. It's very slippery. That I showed you last time. That hydrant needs to be opened up at some point. If we can get enough snow moved out of the way, we'll actually put a heater there to start thawing that thing out. But first off, let's get our donkeys and the emus taken care of. Hey guys, how are you? Come on out. Come on. Emus, you guys stay in. Come on out. Come on. Climb out. Come on. There's a big old pile of hay over here for you. You guys can go munch on that for a minute. Hey. Oh, you're just going to munch there. Okay. Leonard and Ethel. Ethel still hasn't had her full, but we're working on it. Come on, girl. Get out. Okay, you guys be good and just hang out here for a minute, okay? Don't go crazy and running around. What are the chances they're going to be good? Okay, we are going to get these emus out and see how they do in the snow. You guys ready? Hi, Jenny. How are you? This is my friend Jenny. She loves me. Yes, you do. Yeah. Okay. Down here we go. Hopefully we can get this door open. Lots of snow. Oh, I might not be able to. I can't even budge it. I'm not really sure what's going on the other side of this door. We might have to go out and take a look. Yeah, I can't move it. So we're going to see what's going on over there. In the meantime, peacock, emus, you guys are going to have to get along. At least for a little while. Hopefully our donkeys are still out here. Hey guys. You guys being good? Let's get hooked up here. You guys haven't been outside for a few days. It's snowy out. I'm gonna take you over to see your goat friends, okay? If you're looking for something else to do during your winter break, if you have one, we also have the webcam over here. I think I mentioned it earlier, but we do have a webcam that keeps an eye on the goats. Of course, with Ethel being pregnant, we've got pregnant goats. You could actually see something being born on this webcam, and it's right here in this pen. See it sitting right up there? And it looks over this pen, which has lots of hay in it. Yeah, look at all that hay. Come on, gang. Come on out. Come on. Come on, Waffle. Come on, scoot your butt. Oh, there's Cruella. And there's Jack. Uh-oh. Jack got a little stiff-legged there. Jack is a fainting goat. He hates fainting, so that was about as close as we get to seeing him faint. So, while we're here, we're going to swing in and grab some eggs from the chickens. Obviously, goats don't lay eggs. So not a whole lot of eggs being laid during this cold snap, but we do have some new chickens that are just starting to lay their eggs. So there's a normal chicken egg, and then we have some new chickens that are just starting to lay. So little quarter-sized egg. With that done, it's about time for us to head back into the tractor. We're gonna head across the road and start cleaning up over there. Oh, you know what? We wanted to look behind the barn too. Wanted to see what kind of drifting mess we had going on back there. So let's swing up that way, see what we got going on. Pigs okay? Pigs look good. But here's our problem, and why the emus can't get out, is that door, that sliding door slides back this way. There's a drift there, pretty good sized drift, 3 foot maybe. So that's why I'm not able to move that door. So emus are a little bit, well, they're a lot of bit stuck inside until I decide how I'm gonna get in there. I've got to come in with the skid steer from that side, come up this way, and work my way around. So that might be a little bit later. We got bigger fish to fry right now because we can't even get to our steers in finishing school. You know, if you used your same footprints going out as you did coming in, you get a lot less snow in your boots and in your socks and on your toes. Guys, we are over here at the steer pen, finishing school, where we've got a total disaster going on. You can see a whole bunch of drifting that worked its way through here. We've got cows that want fed, again, for some reason. We've got hoses, we've got electrical cords, and it's all buried underneath the snow. In fact, we actually have a hydrant that's buried right about somewhere in here that we have to find as well. So this drift, I'm probably 4 or 5 feet up off the ground. You can see there, I kind of drove the tractor through it. Bunch of snow. But we got to start trying to figure out what we can do and what we can't do. So Number one, we've got a heated hose here that runs over, but it looks like it's frozen. So that tells me that it lost electricity at some point, which very well could have been caused by this electrical box getting buried in the snow. So I've got a tester here. Let's see if we have any power. Okay, so we've got power. I can hear that. But something's fishy because we have no power to that stock tank heater. So either the stock tank heater went out or something worse. So I'm gonna do a little bit of cleanup over here, try to pull out as much of this stuff as I can. We've got to run through here with the tractor and get this cleaned out, hopefully, and start making some sense of this mess. This is stupid. Okay, now should be able to run through here with the tractor and kind of move some of this snow out of the way, I hope. All right, that's as good as I'm gonna get it for right now, at least with this big old hog of a tractor. Not really a whole lot of finesse or finishing work done here. But that's okay, because we have something that was invented 10 or 15 years ago. It's called a shovel. And with our shovel, we should be able to find the hydrant somewhere in here. I hope. Well, that was easy. Actually, wasn't that far from it. Thankfully, I didn't hit it with the tractor. That would have been bad. My goal here is to get it pretty much cleared out so that I can put a heater in here and start thawing either wherever it's frozen, probably in the head, but I'm not exactly sure. A box over here. I'm going to set it up on the box just like so. So that should keep the heat against this piece, which is the head. And that's where I think it's frozen, but even if it's not, I mean, I can feel ice inside here, so I know it's frozen in the head. Hopefully, this will put enough heat on it to thaw the whole dang thing out. Whew. I gotta tell you though, hydrant's not the only thing that needs thawed. I'm gonna go thaw myself out. We'll come back and check on that in just a little bit. Hey gang, welcome back. It's been about an hour and I'm warmed up somewhat. It is starting to snow again, so who knows, maybe this blizzard thing isn't quite over. We might have a couple more inches of snow in store, but the wind's not blowing 50 miles an hour, which is awesome. So we're on our way back over to check out our hydrant over here and see if that worked, putting that electric heater next to it, see if it popped it loose. We're just pulling over there right now. And there it is. Oh, look at that. We've got water. Let me pull out of here just a little bit so that we have enough room to get out. I actually brought a torch along just in case we needed it. Doesn't look like we do. Because, as far as I can tell, there's plenty of water flowing. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, let's shut it off. Get our heater out of the way here. Okay, now if I can find the water tank. Pretty well frozen down in there. Look at all that. Get this plugged in. I don't know if for sure the stock tank heater is working, but if it's not, that's okay. Get that replaced here in just a little bit. Let's put some water in it. So this is a heated hose, which is really nice to have. Because it's heated, obviously, the water keeps flowing. And now we can fill their tank back up. But first, we got to break it up so they can get to it. Nice thing is, I can get over this fence pretty easy. So the funny thing here is, I don't think this is ice in this tank. What I think it is snow. So all the snow blowing through here, right over the top of this tank, actually just filled the tank with snow instead of water, like it should be. So I'd bet dollars to donuts that my tank heater is still working just fine. It's just slush. Cows will deal with it. They'll be able to drink it, and hopefully if it warms up a little bit, that tank heater will be able to catch up to what's going on. I'm okay. As for you and I, we're gonna run back over to the shop, park the tractor, head inside, and wrap things up. Thank you very much for coming along with me for a special Saturday edition of Our Wyoming Life. Christmas is creeping up on us, so remember, if you'd like to grab one of these hats or any other hat from Gone Country Hats, go to owl-hats.com, and when you check out, make sure to use the coupon code or offer code OWLHATS, all one word. Save yourself 10%. While you're at it, head on over to our website for last minute gift ideas. Beef jerky is 15% off. Order now to make sure that you can get it by Christmas. Guys, thank you very much for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. A few problems solved. We've got some water running, which we didn't have before, and we've got a whole bunch of snow moved that we had to get moved. So thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And make sure you subscribe, follow along as we explore the ranch life and escape the ordinary right here on Our Wyoming Life.